All right. Another episode of Real Time. Supporters in him.
I wouldn't have been able to be here. I would be standing somewhere in an ill-fitting helmet, being like, oh, yeah, it seems to be under control. Texting you.
I do not think it's as asymmetrical as you say. And I also have...
On the presidential level, it is. Okay, Bob Casey. No one gives a fuck or even know who he is. It doesn't matter. It's ridiculous.
I got some heat for who I voted for president, but...
Who?
My brother. But the choices were... And then I spelled his name wrong, so I don't think it counts. But the choice...
The Trump first term, he was elected as a disruptor.
Right.
But the deep state prevented him from doing the disruptor. He's Gulliver, and he was tied by those Lilliputians. You know, he wanted to do it. He wanted to, and they just wouldn't let him. Well,
But now,
well, now the chains are off because he's got a cabinet that, it's a who's who of what the fuck. I picked up that USA Today. I was like, is it the new season of Dancing with the Stars? No, this is the cabinet. This country is like a compacted colon. Okay, it needs...
what?
Fiber?
It does need... Okay, he is going to be the head of the EPA.
Yeah.
His organization is called Fuck the Whales. Just to give you context.
I think a Trump transition is like taking an edible. And
Hey.
for a little while you're okay, and then you're like, oh, there it is. But you can get loyal and qualified.
You can, but he prefers the
would be
loyal,
perfect.
and he gets a little intimidated by the qualified.
I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I saw last week that the Google searches on Election Day. Remember,
Oh my God. Yeah.
the one that's was, did Joe Biden drop out? Now we got a hold of the Google searches that happened since the election. Would you like to hear them?
Post-election.
How to punish husband for Trump vote if we already don't have sex.
Wow, she felt that one.
Do we still get to hang Mike Pence? Is one of the...
Poor Mike Pence, man.
And as we all know, anybody who's, in any kind of relationship of any kind, that when someone's upset and you're like, yeah, but you shouldn't be. Yeah, you're wrong to feel that way. You're asking for worse, not better from that person.
Oh,
And
yeah.
there has to- I'm not doing all these crazy things, okay? The campaign was what it was. Here's what I want to do. He's supposed to be saying those things. He doesn't want to say them.
I think he doesn't say anything because he wants to think that he's intimidating leaders throughout the world by being very unpredictable.
I made a small list of things that Trump suggested in his first term, like nuking hurricanes, bombing Mexico, shooting protesters in the legs, nuclear
Oh God, here we go again. I've said it before. Bill Maher and a lot of Democrats, they always just talk about the stuff that he said. And you notice that's why he won. You got to talk about what he did or tried to do.
So these are all things that, he floated. Maybe he's, a spitballer. But
And wait for things to happen and then react to them. Because if you jump on everything he says and everything
That's what I'm
that comes
saying.
out,
I said
you
the
get
same thing last
exhausted.
week. Exactly. I'm not going to do it this time.
And to your point about
He just did it right now.
the voters they lost to Donald Trump, the
Yeah.
person who you say is off the table as
The
an
moderate,
option. This is
independent.
ridiculous what you've done. Many of those people are Democrats.
Mm-hmm.
They are Make America Healthy Again moms.
Looks to me like it's Elon Musk. He seems to be this minister without portfolio who can walk into any meeting, any room that he wants to. It feels like he walks into Trump when he's on the toilet if he wants to. Now, Elon Musk is the greatest engineer maybe we've ever had in the world. Certainly,
He's not an engineer.
There's no engineering problem he can't solve. I mean, that rocket that's comes.
I don't know
back
if it's
and
him doing
Trump
that,
said,
but
can Russia do it? Can China do it? So he can do that. But government is such a different discipline.
Yes.
It is nothing like engineering. Can Elon Musk's, he's brilliant in this one way, can it translate to government, do you
No.
Can?
I say no because we got proof with Twitter. The government is very much like the internet because it's just full of people. It's all about people. And Elon Musk doesn't know how to read people, kind of spot a pattern ahead of time and try to cater to that. Because with Twitter, which I'm on, he pulled back on a lot of ideas. I mean, he really thought that people were going to pay $20 to be on Twitter. And then he scaled it back and more and more and more. I think he's at $8 now or something, which I'm not paying that, no way. But you can't make those kind of mistakes with government.
My point to people about Elon is, well, that's what he did at Twitter, X.
There you go.
He greatly reduced what he saw as redundancies and people who weren't focused in the way that they needed to move forward. Now, the problem is, that's a business. Government isn't. Not all Trump voters are bigots. That's not fair. It's not kind. It's not right.
No, not all of them.
But a lot of people who tend to be bigots did vote for Trump. Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. And that's why they voted for him. And now it's up to him to do it. And I think you got to give him a chance to try.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I think-
we have no choice. Okay.
Which is like the New York Jets of the military, except Ukraine has heart, right? I mean, they're fighting for their country.
Jets could still come back if they win every game of this
There
year.
are better ways to do literally everything in government.
You want to go to
The
new
question is,
rules.
Can you actually make government
All
change
right.
its
I got to cut
strength?
it off there. Thank you, guys. That was fun, but it's time for
New rules, everybody, new rules.
Costco butter has been recalled because it didn't warn customers that butter contains milk. Costco must... Now that North and South Dakota have voted not to legalize recreational
Lord.
marijuana, liberal potheads must stop naming their kids Dakota. Why pay tribute to these weed-hating buzzkills? Also, I know from living in California, where you meet a lot of Dakotas, if you name a girl Dakota, she will wind up a stripper.
What happened to Dakota Fanning?
Someone has to ask the researchers who've determined that the tar balls that washed up on Australia's beaches aren't tar balls at all, but actually lumps of sewage made up of human feces, bits of plastic, human hair, and drugs. Is that supposed to be good news? Hey, back into the water, everybody. They're not tar balls, it's just shit, hair, and meth. Now that the North Korean soldiers in Ukraine have access to the internet for the first time and are
Freedom.
predictably gorging on porn sites, introducing Pyongyang.com.
That's good.
Pyongyang, where comrades like you can enjoy titles like
Comrade.
Kim Jong-un. That liberals should stop saying the Trump voters are stupid comes with a kind of unspoken parentheses. We know they are stupid, just don't say it. Yeah, I got bad news for you. They don't have a monopoly on stupid.
No, they
You wear
don't.
Queers for Palestine t-shirts. You just lost a crazy contest to an actual crazy person.
They're barely clapping.
They also found that voters didn't just want Harris to distance herself from Biden. They wanted her to distance herself from what they believe the entire Democratic Party has become.
Yeah.
A Portlandia sketch.
Yeah. That would have worked, man. That really would have worked.
What a shocker that the people who see everything through the lens of race and sex see their election loss as a result of racism and sexism.
Of course.
Yet, sexism, Hillary got 3 million more votes than Trump, which in a normal country would be called a victory. It wasn't
A normal country.
21st century sexism that prevented a woman from being president. It was the Electoral College.
Yeah.
It asked if government should increase border security. Same result. Hispanic Americans are less okay with illegal immigration than whitey.
Whitey.
They just want prices to go down and good jobs and the police when you call them. Black people, they're just like us. Kamala spent 100 days telling voters, I know it feels like crime and illegal immigration are bad, but fuck your feelings. Look at this chart. Yes, see, it says right on it, we believe in science. Right, which is why you demanded no one even debate whether COVID could have escaped from the one lab in the one city where they were studying it. How far-fetched. The New York Times called it racist. Democrats have become... Last week, Massachusetts Congressman Seth Moulton said, I have 2 little girls. I don't want them getting run over on a playing field by a formerly male athlete. But as a Democrat, I'm supposed to be afraid to say that.
Oh.
Yes, there's the problem in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Because Congressman Moulton sounds reasonable to me, but his campaign manager immediately resigned in protest. The campaign manager who resigned, yeah, let that person go.
Yeah.
Marginalize that guy.
And give that man a Cojones Award.
To have a center-left party, and for that party to be competitive. And a good first step toward that goal would be to make the voters not want to punch you in the face. You lost everything. House, Senate, White House, Supreme Court.
Everything.
Left us completely unprotected and ready to be violated. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody! I see we're on next week. We're on next week for our season finale. I will
Neil deGrasse Tyson, Andrew Sullivan, all that. That one's going to be good. All right, man. Let me know what you think, and I will catch you on the next one.